UFC Fight Night Tampa is the last UFC event of 2024, and the main event we have Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. The UFC did a great promo documentary on the main event on ESPN, showing Joaquin Buckley's journey to the UFC. In the documentary, Joaquin Buckley talked about his struggles growing up. He was raised by a single mother, and she really showed him that hard work and work ethic can really go a long way and set an example for him. But later, his mom passed away when he was 11. His grandma took him in and took care of him for many years. And it was his grandma actually that inspired him to be the best at what he does. And he chose to be a mixed martial artist. But later, when his grandmother was diagnosed with ALS, he had to give up his dream and he took up graveyard shift at Walgreens to support and take care of his grandmother. He take care of her in the daytime and he can only train for 2 hours a day to try and keep his dream alive. We don't often see this side of Buckley as he is usually pretty wild and aggressive in his TV fighter persona. But this documentary really gave us, the fans, a chance to see the other side of Buckley and see the struggles he went through to get to where he is today. So you can't help but root for him and be happy for his current success. For Colby, he has a lot to prove in this fight as well. He's coming off a loss against then champion Leon Edwards, and a lot of people criticized for his lackluster performance in that fight. But of course, he was injured in the very first round. His leg suffered an injury, so that really hindered his performance in the fight. But now he's coming back against a young, hungry, up-and-coming fighter who is on a 5-fight win streak, Joaquin Buckley. So Colby has to show that he is still one of the best welterweights in his division. And I think Colby has much more championship experience than Joaquin Buckley, since Buckley has never fought 5 rounds. So if Colby can take him into the later round and take him into deep waters, he has an advantage over Joaquin Buckley. And also, Colby has fought championship caliber opponent in his past few fights. He fought Leon Edwards, who is a champion, and also he fought Kamaru Usman twice. So in terms of oppositions, I think Colby has faced tougher competition. The only thing that worries me is that Colby has been only fighting once a year since 2020. So every time he returns, it's after a long layoff and a year of ring rust. Just like in the second Kamaru Usman fight, he also had a 1-year layoff. So you can visibly see in the first 2 rounds, he was tense and nervous, and he got caught and dropped in the second round. After actually he got dropped, then he loosened up and really fought himself back in the fight, and arguably won the next 3 rounds against Kamaru Usman. So again, if he was active, he will be able to get into the fight a lot faster. So again, will this long layoff be a factor in this fight? And will he be able to withstand the early onslaught from Joaquin Buckley and take him into the later rounds? These are the questions we need to find out. I do like Colby's approach to this fight this time. In the lead of the fight, he never really talked trash about Joaquin Buckley. And I think the reason is that he knows Buckley from before. I heard in interviews that they have trained together. They have done some strength training program together in the past. So I think Colby actually never really trash talks people who he knows, especially guys he knows that are good guys like Gilbert and also Joaquin Buckley. So leading up to the fight, he didn't really say anything outrageous to Buckley. So I think this will be better for him come fight night, because I think Colby learned from his fight with Leon Edwards that when trash talk go overboard, it adds a lot of unnecessary pressure and expectation to the fight. So I think it's great that he didn't go overboard with any trash talking this time around and just focus on the fight itself. He also said that this time he's training with former KSW middleweight Roberto Soldic for this fight. And Roberto is a beast. So I think it'll give Colby a lot of good look and prepare him well for an explosive fighter like Joaquin Buckley. Finally, I like both guys, but for this fight, I think I will go with Colby Covington, because he has more 5-round experience. And if he can avoid getting caught early and take the fight to later round, I think he can grind out a tough decision against Joaquin Buckley. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.